everyone, welcome to Living Linkie Style. My name is Linkie Marais and I am out here on this beautiful summer day and I am going to show you how to do some quick and easy summer dessert recipes or summer sweets if you want. You know, it's that time of the year where you want to be outside with your friends, you want to entertain, you want something sweet, but you don't want to spend hours and hours baking. So I'll show you a few quick things, a few quick tricks of the trade that will make your summer easy and that will make your entertaining nice and fun and easy breezy. So what I'm going to start out with this little can, and you'll probably go, Linkie, what on earth is that? Well, this is basically sweetened condensed milk that I have removed the paper off, and I boiled this covered in water for 3 hours, only flipping it once. And you'll be amazed what sweetened condensed milk turns out into. So I'm going to show you how to do a nice little caramel pie without cooking it for hours. And are you ready for this? Look at this. When you cook sweetened condensed milk, it turns into caramel. Is that not super cool? So then what you do to make it very quick and painless, you grab your good old Cool Whip friend to join the party. If I can get this open. Here we go. Well, your caramel is already done, so you don't have to worry with, well, I can't get this open. Can I get tech support? All right, so you grab that, and I'm going to grab a bowl. So what you want to do is once this caramel has boiled, it kind of congealed a little bit. So you kind of want to stir it up a little bit, and then you get this into a bowl. Now, if you are at my house, then usually my husband will fight you, literally like a fist fight, to eat out this can when it's done. You can also buy it like this in the can. You can buy the caramel. Sometimes you can find it in the Mexican aisle or Latin aisle where they have these already canned up, and it's just dulce de leche. But you can make your own, and that way you can see it's truly homemade. Alrighty. So a little bit of that. Then we're going to add about a cup of Cool Whip, and I'm going to have to stir fast because it's melting out here. And you're just incorporating that. If you want at this point, you can add just a hint of lime juice, but it's not necessary. Oh, I'm flinging caramel everywhere. So you're going to add about, in total, you're going to add about a whole cup and a half. Let me just clean this off because it gets so sticky so fast. About a whole cup and a half of Cool Whip to your can, and you can see how it's starting to thicken up a little bit. Of course, it helps a lot if you do this inside and not outside in 90-degree weather. So then what I did is I bought a chocolate graham cracker crust, pie crust. You can also use your own, make your own, by using some graham cracker crumbs and some butter. And just melt a little bit of butter, knead it with your hands, stick it down in the bottom of a pan, and then you can use the back of a cup measurer to just kind of pack it down in there. Bake it for probably about 10 minutes and then you're good to go. But if you're outside and you're entertaining with your friends, nothing is better than cutting corners and making things a little bit easier and a little bit faster. So, ooh, I just lost my spoon in here. Well, that happens when you're out in the heat. So then, you just fill your pie crust. And I have a little bit of an assistant today that is going to help me pop these in the freezer or in the cooler. There we go. So you just kind of smeared it around. And at this point, Emily, you can go ahead and come down here. So what you want to do at this point is you want to just grab a few of the chocolate chips and then just kind of sprinkle it down in there. So it's going to sink down in there a little bit. And then we're going to save a little bit to top it off with, too. And if you'll please pop this in the cooler, in the refrigerator.
Do you want me to take those?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, don't eat them on the way back to the house. Okay, so once we have that, then we can start our lovely lemon cake pops. Now, you guys have seen me make cake pops before. They are very easy, they're fast to make, but we're going to do a little bit of a twist on there today. And the birds agree with me once again. So instead of doing regular cake pops, just one per skewer, what you're going to do is we are going to make it almost like a kebab. We're going to skewer a few cake pops on there. That way you'll have almost like a cake pop kebab, if you will. So this is very easy to do. We're going to use a bowl, and then we're going to use some pound cake. Now, if you're like me, sometimes you bake cakes at home and then you're shaving off that top part, and then what do you do with that? Either your husband eats it or you throw it out, right? So if you keep that leftover cake, or if you have a birthday cake and it's just gotten too dry to where you can't eat it, freeze it, break it out on a rainy day or a sunshine day, and you already have your cake. If you don't have that, then you can always buy some pound cake and make it easy on yourself. But there's nothing better than to put good old, oh, now I can't get this open. There's nothing better than to put old cake to use and turn it into new cake. There we go. So then you're going to grab a little bit of lemon curd. And once again, you just kind of stir it a little bit. And a little bit goes a long way because it is very tangy. So maybe about a spoon and a half. And then you're just going to mix this into your cake batter. Now, you can use your hands or you can use the back of the spoon and just kind of work it forward. And what you want this to do is you want it to come to a nice ball. There we go. And I am melting my face off in here, out here. In here, out here, it's the same difference. We're going to use a little bit more. And what you can also do is you can use a little bit of lemon zest. Get your lemon zest in there. There we go. Just like that. So you want it to come into a nice little bowl like that. So then what you do is you grab some wax paper or some parchment paper. And, here, let me grab that right there. And then what you do is you just grab your little bowls and you just roll them. See how nice and easy that is? So what you want to do with these is you want them to firm up really nicely so that you can skewer them. So we're first going to roll the little balls, and then we're going to freeze them. Now, usually it takes about 30 minutes for them to firm up. However, you can do these the night before and pop them in the refrigerator. That way, they're already nice and firm when you skewer them the next day. And if you're like me, I usually try to get all of my things done prior to my party. That way I can mingle with the guest and have a glass of wine or two. There we go. And this is great because you can do this for your kids too. The last time I did these, I did, I'm jousting here. There we go. The last time I did these, I did it with blueberry. You can also do this with strawberry, or if you mix a little bit of bourbon into some cream cheese frosting or some chocolate buttercream frosting, then it makes a delicious treat for adults after dinner mint. There we go. That's a little big. And like I said, this is great for kids' birthday parties too. And this is something fun for the kids to help you do. I don't have any kids. I only have 2 cats. They're my babies. But I have nieces and nephew, and they love to help Aunt Linkie in the kitchen. So I'm sure if you're out there and you're at home and you're looking for something fun for your kids to do, that's not making a lot of mess, just a little bit, then this is what you got to do. All right, let me do one more. I could squeeze one more out right here. And so basically you want this to be about the size of a quarter, I think. You know, I'm originally from South Africa, so it took me a while to get used to the sizes of quarters and things. I'd say that's about the size of a quarter. All right. And then I'm going to ask Emily to pop these in the freezer so that we're nice and cold so we can skewer them. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Got it. Okay. So then on to the next easy breezy recipe. If you're like me, you love to do, like I said, summer flavors. And when I think of summertime, I think of strawberries, I think of pineapple. So why not do a strawberry pineapple trifle? This is, once again, this is very easy. And I usually use angel food cake when I do my trifles. That way, especially, we have this trifle in South Africa that basically has jello and all kinds of stuff in it, and we pour sherry into it. So it has a little bit of a kick. So then when I use these or make these trifles, I try to use angel food cake because it soaks up all of those great juices. And it just makes it nice and pretty, and it's nice and airy, so that when you bite into it, you taste all of that flavor of the juice. So we're going to use a little bit of the angel food cake. And what I usually do is I just break it. You can cut it too if you want, if you're more perfectionistic and you want perfect little squares. Trust me, out here in the heat, as long as it gets in the cup, then we're not worried about it. All right, so we start out with that. And then we're going to start out with our pineapple. Now, the great thing about using this pineapple is if you want, you can spike the pineapple. So what you do is you take your pineapple, and this is just out of a can, and you soak it in vodka or something like, rum overnight with a little bit of brown sugar. You can't beat that. If you want to make these kids safe, then of course you just want to use the pineapple like that. There we go. And the best thing about these is that you can make it the night before, so you don't have anything to do the day of your party. So then once we have the pineapple, then we're going to layer again with the angel food cake. Like that. I think that bird is ready to attack my dessert. All right, like that. And then we are going to, where's my spoon? Let's get this. Then we're going to top it off with a little bit of the Cool Whip. Whew. Bees. I'm out here in the wilderness. Now at this point, you can also top it with some kind of a pudding if you prefer. And then we top it off. And you want to scoot this down just a little bit with some of the strawberries. And this is just strawberry pie filling. These strawberries are so nice and pretty, and it's giving such a vibrant color. That way, when you spoon into it, you're grabbing a little bit of the strawberries, a little bit of the Cool Whip, and you're getting your cake in there. So it's perfect, like that. And then you can just top it off. When you're ready to serve it, you could just top it off with another little dollop of the Cool Whip. And I'm actually going to ask my lovely assistant to pop these in the cooler as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just layering or flagging out a strawberry to go on top. So what you do is you're just cutting in these little slivers like that. And then you use the back of your fingers to just kind of very lightly press that out, and you are good to go. Is that not gorgeous? It just yells summertime to me. And there we go. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And then I'm going to go check on my cake pops to see if they are set up yet. So, Emily, are they ready?
I think so.
All righty, I think so. Do you want to come down here with me and help me skewer? I think there may be, here, you get right there if you want. All right, so basically, I picked these great little skewers up at, you can pick it up at a craft store, at Walmart, at Target, whatever. And they're perfect for doing these, because what you want to do, and Emmy, you can grab one too. What you want to do is you would just want to grab these and just very lightly push that through. Oh, there goes more bees. We're in the wilderness, people. And they're after these sweets. So you want to skewer this down, but not too much, just like that. And then you grab the next one.
How many are we putting on?
And you're just kind of twisting them. We're doing 3.
Okay.
And You just want to twist it, and then when you do the top one, what you want to do is keep your finger there. That way you make sure you don't skewer right through it. And then these you can just pull back up very lightly, like that right there. Yeah, that's perfect. And so then you have your perfect little skewer ready to go. Thank you. Oh, this is perfect. I should go gambling tonight because I made just enough to do 4 skewers. There we go. And this would be so much fun for your kids to help you with. And just keep your finger, make sure that you don't skewer it through, and then lightly move these up. And what you can see what I'm doing is I'm kind of twisting back and forth. It just helps it go a little bit easier. Oh, never mind, I can't go gambling. I've got one left. What are we going to do with this? Here, we'll just split it.
That sounds good.
Nice and lemony, right? Okay. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to get the cake out of your teeth. There we go. What you want to do is you want to grab these little melts. Now you can find these chocolate melts at a craft store, at a grocery store, wherever, and they come in different colors. Since we're doing lemon, I decided to go with yellow. And it's literally so hot out here, this is melted on its own, believe it or not. So what you want to do is you want to grab maybe 2 different colors. I'm using yellow and I'm using green to go with that. So what you want to do, we'll get that right there. Uh-oh, we're kind of just put it in there. And then you want to kind of drizzle your chocolate down so that when you go take these around, your chocolate is right there, and then you're just going to very lightly tap them off. Now, the colder your cake pops are, which these aren't very cold yet, the faster your chocolate will warm up. So I'm going to just try to do this lightly. There we go. It's trying to get in there, but it's not trying to get in there. Like I said, it's better if these are a little bit colder. So like I said, you just kind of want to drizzle these in there. And it's very important that they are super, super firm before you dip them in the chocolate. That way you cover all of your edges. Let's see if this one works a little bit better. It's so hot out here, Em.
It is hot.
It's that's creating a little bit of a problem.
Oh, that's perfect.
But this one's much better. Now, I will say this, when you do this, make sure that the chocolate goes all the way, oh, well, it was perfect. There we go. Make sure the chocolate goes all the way to the bottom and on the sides. That way you have your whole pop into the chocolate. All right, so then once you have this, they should start setting up very quickly. If they don't set up, what you can just do is you can just pop it in the refrigerator and they should set up. But if your pops, if your pops are nice and cold, then it should set up right away, the chocolate. All right, so I'm gonna do this again and then I'm gonna hand it to you to pop in the cooler. So at this point, you can use another chocolate or another color. Here we go. To drizzle another layer of chocolate, just to make it pretty it up, if you will. So you can either use a pastry bag, or you can drizzle back and forth with a fork. There we go.
Oh, that's pretty.
Well, it would be prettier if it was in a pastry bag. But since we're out here, we don't have a pastry bag or a Ziploc bag. This is going to have to do. There we go. And then once you have that side, then you can always flip it around and do the other side as well. That way, when you have these, what you would do in the end, and we're going to let these set up before we do that, is you would grab, and you can use fruit to skewer this in, or you could use some Oasis if you want, that you could pick up at a craft store. And what you do is you just, with a knife, just make a small little hole like that. That way the skewer is easy to pop through. And then you just get your pop and just skewer it into your cantaloupe. And this is perfect for kids' parties or for a ladies' luncheon or something like that. Is that not too cute?
It is cute.
These aren't set up yet, so we're going to let them set up a little bit longer. So if you wouldn't mind, and I'm going to remove these and pop them in the cooler, and then I'm gonna go serve dessert to my girlfriends. Will you pop these in there?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. So the great thing about all of these recipes are they're easy, they're quick, and you don't have a lot of work to make things look a little bit more fancy. So it's perfect for entertaining wise. And you can do a lot of these things the night before, like the little parfaits we did, or the little strawberry shortcake little cups that we made. You can do it the night before, pop it in the cooler or refrigerator, and just fancy it up the next day with some strawberries or some fresh Cool Whip. Same thing with the pie. Pop the pie in. You have all your stuff done before the girls come over. That way you get to play and not work. So let's see if the girls are ready to have some dessert. So, you know, life is supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be full of friends. Thank you all so much for coming today. I have these great little desserts. We have the lemon cake pop kebabs that was quite difficult to make in the heat, but they'll be quite easy to make once you make it in your house. And then we have these great little strawberry and pineapple trifles with some angel food cake, some whipped cream, some great little flavors in there, summer flavors. And then we have our caramel chocolate pie. Ladies, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to try something like this or some one of these. So y'all go ahead and dig in and we'll see what you like better. There's the lemon, there's the parfaits, or the trifles, and I'll cut some of this. You're like, I'll take that one.
There you go. I had one, they're really good.
And the great thing about this, everybody, is that you're with your friends and you don't have to worry about anything. And look at our little pie. Ooh. Y'all, it's so hot out here, even the pie is wilting.
Yeah.
Here, you want to try the
you.
pie?
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right, what do you think? Start from the pop. Yeah, you just crunch into it. Just crunch. There's no way better than just to get down in there. What do you think?
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's
you can.
really good.
Can you taste the lemon?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Lemon. This actually, I just need to eat this out with a spoon. There we go.
Dulce de leche, that's been dying to try. It's really good.
Yeah. Sandy, how about that?
This is delicious.
It's delicious?
A little piece of everything, the pineapple, the angel food cake.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Do you do that when you're eating? Like try and get the perfect bite?
I do. Every
bit of it.
spoonful is perfect, yeah.
Get in there, dig there, and guys, this is so delicious. Of course, with the heat, it's melting a little bit. But you know what? You can pop this in the freezer, and you can have dulce de leche ice cream pie, which is even better. So,
That'd be delicious.
yeah. So, what's your favorite? All of it, since you tasted all of it.
I like this. I want to have a bite of
I'm
that.
gonna try that.
Yeah, y'all dig in. There's more.
I like that because I like the lemon.
Yeah.
That is a different consistency. I'm not a cake person, so it's
Yes.
different enough.
So it's different,
really
yeah.
good.
It's almost a combination between a cake pop and a trifle, or a truffle.
Yeah.
A truffle, so it has that nice consistency. It's nice and crunchy when you bite into it, and then you get all that smoothness from the lemon. Guys, if you want these recipes, they're on my website at livinglinkie.com. I also have a blog called Living Linkie Style that I blog about everything. And then I'm on all of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and lots of times I'm giving you some good tips on there, so y'all join me on there. And in the meantime, have some dessert. Life is too short. Have your dessert first, and then you hang out with your friends. I hope I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.